Trees and forests are important providers of economic value from a multitude of physical products, energy streams, as well as through environmental services on protecting watersheds, soils, biodiversity, and mitigation against the adverse impacts of climate change. Forests avail these benefits on local, regional, and global scales for the benefit of the 7 billion people on Earth. Sustainable production and consumption of forest-based bioproducts will be a potential game changer in moving towards a greener economy. This is due to their high sustainability performance, which can be measured and validated in terms of renewability, energy efficiency, substitution benefits, and carbon neutrality and storage. The contributions of forests and enterprises to local livelihoods in remote, disadvantaged areas help eradicating poverty and creating positive linkages between rural development and international markets. FAO Forestry Department, International Council of Forest and Paper Associations, and Brazilian Pulp and Paper Association joined forces to raise forestry and forest industries higher on the Rio+20 agenda. The event, Forests, the Heart of a Green Economy, on the 18th of June, highlighted the important role of sustainable forest-based products and industries in fostering rural development in a greener economy. It also served as a forum for FAO to present the preliminary conclusions of its report on the state of the world's forests.
The State of the World Forests is edited every 2 years by FAO and is its flagship publication regarding forests. The aim of this report is bringing substantive information regarding all what we just commented about the contribution of forestry and forest product towards green economies. So it is deepening what are the contribution of forests for this green infrastructure, what is the contribution for rural livelihoods and overcoming poverty, but very especially what is the contribution of forest products.
The importance of the event was highlighted by the presence of Prince of Monaco Albert II, Ms. Isabella Teixeira, Minister of Environment of Brazil, who welcomed participants and stressed the opportunity offered by the event to debate about how to create a new future to include all sectors of society, including agencies, government, and the productive sector. Keynote speaker included Mr. José Luciano Penido, Chairman of Braselpa and Fibria.
As florestas são fundamentais na questão da discussão sobre a sustentabilidade da humanidade sobre a Terra. 30% da área do mundo é coberta por florestas e 1/3 da população mundial de 7 bilhões de pessoas são diretamente dependentes da floresta e dos serviços ecossistêmicos que a floresta oferece.
The importance of forests and emerging bioeconomy, forest certification, and the contributions of the forest industry to rural development were discussed in 4 high-level panels during the event. The first panel, chaired by Teresa Presses, CEPI, identified the need for a real paradigm shift in order to deal with the important so-called R's of bioeconomy: reduce, reuse, recycle, replace, redesign, and rebuild, and the challenges that need to be overcome, such as fostering a sustainable biomass supply, creating new products in a competitive market, developing new technologies, and fostering non-traditional partnerships.
A bioeconomia é a produção e a transformação e a utilização de matérias que são e produtos que são renováveis, recicláveis, produzidos de uma forma sustentável. Desafio a dar-me outro exemplo melhor que não sejam as florestas.
The panel concluded that the forest sector can play a leading role in the emerging bioeconomy through the production and conversion of biomass, new technologies, and the development of new bio-based products for the consumers.
Temos aqui setor que oferece muitas oportunidades de expandir economicamente a sociedade, trazendo benefícios a nível económico, mas social também, e de uma forma gerida de forma sustentável e que vai ter impacto mínimo no ambiente.
However, it will need supportive policies from the governments to enable forest industries to innovate and start the transition towards new uses of sustainably managed forests and forest-based products. The second panel, chaired by Daniela Chiaretti, Valor Econômico Brasil, discussed the present challenges of forest certification as a tool to achieve the goal of sustainable forest management and legality. The panel concluded that forest certification was only one of the tools needed, as instruments must continue to evolve. The challenges include complicated supply chains, which would require investments in more robust tracking technologies. The third panel, chaired by Heikki Granholm, Minister of Agriculture and Forestry, Finland, discussed the role of forest industries in rural development, where both formal and informal economies exist. By providing jobs, education, healthcare and other social services, the forestry industry is a crucial contributor to rural development. A centerpiece was the debate about how to find the right balance between the need for rural economic development and environmental protection.
I remember that about 4 or 5 years ago, everybody talked about poverty, and then a little bit later about environment, but now poverty and environment are at the same level. And that's why here in Rio we talk about green and inclusive development.
The event concluded with participants highlighting the need for the forest sector to expand its positive role in developing a greener economy in collaboration with governments and the voluntary private sector and non-governmental actors. Key words for success were dialogue, innovation, collaboration, and partnerships.
I think it's a message of hope. I think a lot of times people talk about the industry not being there in the future, and people talk about some of the issues and concerns they have with the paper industry. But I really believe that it's a message of hope that we are an industry that is concerned about the environment.
Forests are key. And in that sense, with several activities that FAO alone and many other partners are conducting these days, we want to highlight as important forests are moving forward the Rio +20 agenda.